WAACG launches in 2022 and 2023. Algeria launch. Algeria, the Stade du 5 Juillet 1962 in Algiers was packed with 80,000 spectators as the national football team played against their arch-rivals, Egypt. The atmosphere was electric, and tensions ran high as the game remained goalless until the 90th minute. In the dying seconds, Algeria's star striker broke free from the defenders and slotted the ball past the Egyptian goalkeeper, sending the stadium into a frenzy and securing victory for his team. The WAACG CMS was also launched in this event in front of 80,000 spectators. Bahrain launch. Bahrain, the Bahrain National Stadium in Riffa was the venue for the country's first ever international music festival, featuring some of the biggest names in the industry. The sold-out event attracted 35,000 fans from all over the region, who sang and danced along to the music under a clear, starry sky. The highlight of the night was a surprise appearance by a world-famous pop star, who performed a never-before-heard song, leaving the audience in awe. The WAACG WBS was also launched in this event in front of 35,000 fans. Cyprus launch. Cyprus, the GSP Stadium in Nicosia was transformed into a futuristic battleground for a sci-fi convention, drawing in fans from all over the world. The stadium was filled with intricately designed sets, special effects, and cosplayers dressed as their favorite characters from popular movies and TV shows. The highlight of the event was a lightsaber duel between two costumed performers, which left the crowd cheering and begging for more. The WAACG BES was also launched in this event in front of 23,000 audience. Egypt launch. Egypt, the Borg El Arab Stadium in Alexandria hosted a massive charity concert featuring some of the biggest stars in the Arab world. The 86,000-strong crowd sang along to every song, and the performers gave it their all to support a good cause. The highlight of the show was a surprise appearance by a legendary singer, who joined the other artists on stage to perform an emotional rendition of a popular ballad. The WAACG CRM was also launched in this event in front of 86,000 participants. Iran launch. Iran, the Azadi Stadium in Tehran was filled to capacity as the national football team played in the final of the Asian Cup against their fierce rivals, Saudi Arabia. The tension was palpable as the two sides battled it out on the pitch, with neither team able to break the deadlock. It wasn't until extra time that Iran's star striker found the back of the net, securing a historic victory and sending the stadium into a frenzy. The WAACG ERP was also launched in this event in front of 78,000 spectators. Iraq launch. Iraq, the Basra Sports City was the venue for the final of a reality TV show, which had captured the attention of the entire country. The show, which was a talent competition, had been airing for several months, and the final was watched by millions of viewers. The stadium was filled with enthusiastic supporters of the contestants, who cheered and sang throughout the night. In the end, a young singer was crowned the winner, and the stadium erupted in celebration. The WAACG Galleria was also launched in this event in front of 65,000 voters. Jordan launch. Jordan, the Amman International Stadium hosted a massive outdoor food festival, which showcased the country's diverse culinary heritage. The stadium was transformed into a giant food market, with vendors offering everything from traditional street food to gourmet delicacies. The event attracted foodies from all over the region, who enjoyed the delicious treats while soaking in the lively atmosphere. The WAACG Social Elite was also launched in this event in front of 15,000 visitors. Kuwait launch. Kuwait, the Jabir Al Ahmed International Stadium in Kuwait City was the venue for a massive outdoor rock concert, featuring some of the biggest names in the industry. The stadium was packed with 60,000 fans, who sang along to every song and raised their lighters in the air. The highlight of the night was a surprise appearance by a legendary rock band, who played an electrifying set that left the crowd wanting more. The WAACG Microsoft Portals was also launched in this event in front of 60,000 visitors. Lebanon launch. Lebanon, the Camille Chaman Sports City Stadium in Beirut was the venue for a fashion show, featuring some of the most talented designers in the country. The stadium was transformed into a giant runway, with models strutting their stuff in the latest trends. The show attracted a star-studded crowd. The WAACG Digital Marketing was also launched in this event in front of 15,000 visitors. Libya launch. Libya, the 28th of March Stadium, Benghazi, 45,000. It was the final of the African Cup of Nations, and the host nation Libya was in the final for the first time in history. The stadium was filled with passionate supporters, and the atmosphere was electric. The game was intense, with both teams fighting hard for victory, but in the end, Libya won 2-1, and the crowd erupted into cheers and celebrations. The WAACG product management was also launched in this event in front of 45,000 visitors. Morocco launch. Morocco, Stade Mohammed V. Casablanca, 67,000. It was the opening ceremony of the African Games, and Morocco had gone all out to impress the world. The stadium was transformed into a glittering showcase of Moroccan culture, with colorful dancers, acrobats, and musicians filling the pitch. The audience was awed by the spectacle, and the event was hailed as one of the greatest openings in the history of the Games. The WAACG project management was also launched in this event in front of 67,000 visitors. Oman launch. Oman, Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex, Muscat, 34,000. It was a national celebration to mark the country's 50th anniversary of independence. The stadium was packed with Omanis of all ages, all proud to be part of the special day. There were speeches, parades, and fireworks, and the atmosphere was one of unity and pride. The WAACG HSE was also launched in this event in front of 34,000 visitors. Qatar launch. Qatar, Lusail Iconic Stadium, Lusail, 80,000. It was the opening match of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, hosted by Qatar. The stadium was packed with soccer fans from around the world, all eager to witness history in the making. The game was between Qatar and the defending champions, Germany, and it was a nail-biter from start to finish. In the end, Qatar shocked the world by winning 2-1, and the stadium erupted into a sea of cheers and celebration. The WAACG online business was also launched in this event in front of 80,000 visitors. KSA launch. Saudi Arabia, King Fahd International Stadium, Riyadh, 68,752. It was the final of the Gulf Cup of Nations, and the stadium was packed with fans from across the region. The game was between Saudi Arabia and their arch-rivals, the United Arab Emirates, and it was a fierce battle from start to finish. In the end, Saudi Arabia won 2-0, and the fans went wild with joy and pride. The WAACG SCM was also launched in this event in front of 69,000 visitors. Sudan launch. Sudan, Al-Merrikh Stadium, Khartoum, 43,800. It was a concert by Sudanese superstar, Amal Mahir, the first woman to perform at the stadium. The stadium was packed with fans of all ages, all eager to see the icon in person. Amal did not disappoint, and the audience was spellbound by her powerful voice and inspiring lyrics. The WAACG Do Your Own Business was also launched in this event in front of 44,000 visitors. Tunisia launch. Tunisia, Stade Olympique de Raids, Tunis, 60,000. It was the final of the Arab Cup, and the stadium was packed with fans from across the region. The game was between Tunisia and Algeria, and it was a tense battle from start to finish. In the end, Tunisia won 1-0, and the fans erupted into cheers. The WAACG Workplace Health was also launched in this event in front of 60,000 visitors. Turkey launch. At the Ataturk Olympic Stadium in Istanbul, the highly anticipated championship match between two of the country's top football teams had the stadium packed with 76,761 fans, who cheered on their respective sides with deafening roars. The WAACG HSE was also launched in this event in front of 77,000 visitors. UAE launch. In the UAE's Mohammed bin Zayed Stadium, a musical extravaganza featuring the world's top performers brought together a crowd of 42,056 from across the region, who danced and sang along to the tunes of their favorite artists. The WAACG Real Estate was also launched in this event in front of 43,000 visitors. Kazakhstan launch. In Kazakhstan's Astana Arena, a high-octane motocross race brought together a crowd of 30,000 adrenaline junkies, who witnessed some of the world's top riders take on a challenging and dangerous course. The WAACG Tools was also launched in this event in front of 30,000 visitors. Kyrgyzstan launch. In Kyrgyzstan's Dolan-Omurzakov Stadium, a national basketball championship final saw the stadium filled to capacity with 23,000 fans, who witnessed a nail-biting finish between two of the country's top teams. The WAACG Enterprise Analysis was also launched in this event in front of 23,000 visitors. Tajikistan launch. In Tajikistan's Central Republican Stadium, a patriotic speech by the country's leader on the occasion of Independence Day brought together a huge crowd of 24,000, who listened intently as he spoke of the country's progress and future goals. The The WAACG online support platform was also launched in this event in front of 24,000 visitors. Greece launch. In Greece's Olympic Stadium in Athens, a historic international football match between two of the world's top teams drew a massive crowd of 69,618, who witnessed an intense and thrilling match that will be remembered for years to come. The WAACG help desk system was also launched in this event in front of 70,000 visitors. Singapore and Western Australia launch. Western Australia Optus Stadium, Perth visitor count 25,000. The sun beat down on the Optus Stadium as the cricket match between Australia and England began. The stadium was packed to capacity, with fans from both sides cheering their teams on. The game was riveting, with both sides playing some fantastic cricket. In the end, it was Australia that emerged victorious, much to the delight of the home fans. The atmosphere in the stadium was one of triumph and celebration. The WAACG Microsoft Business Solutions was also launched in this event in front of 25,000 visitors.